Hello, I have been a Foursquare pastor for the past 20 years, and most of my ministry over those 20 years has been in Spanish, both in pastoral ministry and as a missionary to Mexico. And currently I'm the senior pastor of Pathway SFV, which is a bilingual congregation. Over the years, especially with my wife being from Mexico, I have become very familiar with Latin America and its church culture. The Latin American church is undeniably passionate and committed to Jesus. However, there are some fatal cultural flaws I have come to know. Many times a person gets saved and then they feel the call to ministry, and before there is much biblical literacy or spiritual formation, the person becomes a pastor. But the lack of access to education or deeper formation, accompanied with a title and position, easily leads to twisted doctrine, theft, immorality, spiritual pride, legalism, and lack of biblical understanding that allows worship services to depend on emotionalism rather than depth. Even in my own experience here in the United States, I have heard so many believers come into my church saying, I don't want anything else to do with the Hispanic church because of the abuses they've seen and suffered. But this is where Comprension de los tiempos comes in. This simply means understanding the times, which they do. Comprension de los tiempos was founded by my longtime friends Carlos and Maria Inés Garzón, and I have been part of it from the inception as well, and I'm currently a professor there. Comprension de los tiempos is a Bible school that specifically targets those in Latin America who don't have the ability or resources to study the Bible or pastoral ministry. Comprension reaches out to these leaders by offering classes via Zoom, webinars, and mini conferences, all for free. And they have more than 30 qualified instructors with pastoral experience and academic backing. And currently, Comprension has more than 250 pastors and leaders enrolled. And for being around for only 4 years, that's miraculous. This is not for anybody's personal gain. This is to advance God's kingdom free of charge to change the culture of the church in Latin America from legalistic authoritarianism and shallow emotionalism to bring biblical depth, ministerial balance, and spiritual transformation. In order to continue to advance healthy pastoral ministry in Latin America, we need ministry partners, because free for these pastors does not mean free for Comprension de los tiempos. I am asking you to make this part of your monthly giving, even as my own church has done. Your partnership can literally help reshape a culture for Jesus. Comprension de los tiempos understands the times and is changing the culture of the church in Latin America. Thank you so much for being kingdom partners with us.